Hey Virgo, it's Regina here from Tarot and Time in Kent, Connecticut. Let's jump into the month of September using tarot and astrology for everyday living. Now, there's so much going on for you this month, Virgo. I have to look at my notes, okay? So the sun is going to be in the sign of Virgo until 9/22, okay? So this is your season. Mercury, the planet of communication, your ruling planet, is going to be in your sign from September 2nd to September 18th. Now, this is the absolute best placement for Mercury, the analyzer, in the sign of Virgo, okay? It rules Gemini and it rules Virgo, and it's considered, I believe it's called exalted in the sign of your sign, Virgo, okay? So this is a really good time for you to get your ducks in a row, okay? So Mercury to Virgo, and then Mercury is going to square Uranus on the 6th, and things can change, but keep your original plan. Don't give it up. Keep it handy, okay? Now, what else do we have going on? Venus is going to be in your sign starting on the 19th of the month till October 13th. So that's going to be beautiful and harmonious for you, even though Venus in Virgo is not its best placement. It's its fall. It's its worst placement. It's very easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis, which is something that is very easy for you to do anyways. And it will be accentuated as Mercury's going through your sign from the 2nd to the 18th. Now, remember, we have the Pisces full moon and eclipse this month, and then we have a new moon in Virgo, and this is the second new moon in Virgo, which is so cool when that happens. We had the 0-degree Virgo new moon last month in August. We'll have the 29-degree Virgo new moon this month. So it's been about you, Virgo, for a while now, and I kind of feel like the first new moon kind of ignited you to get things in place and get your ducks in a row and get your health in order. And now you get to see again what you almost get a second chance at it, which I think is pretty wild. Now, on the 7th of September, the 15-degree Pisces full moon will happen and lunar eclipse, which likes to take something away from us. And that's going to be right across from you. Now, this is an intense full moon, as Pisces always is, but with this eclipse also, anything on weak ground can collapse. So it's just, don't take it personally. If you see something break down, you got to stay really chill and just make room, clear out the dead wood and make room for the new. And I think that's what the first Virgo new moon started prompting you to do. Clean up, get organized, get your mind organized, get things in place, getting rid of the old, bringing in the new. Now, what else? I want to make sure I haven't missed anything because there's a lot. So the sun is going to be in your sign. We have Mercury Cazimi in Virgo this month on the 13th, which basically means that Mercury will move like right into the center of the sun. This is really cool when this happens. And Mercury does its best, like we said, in Virgo. So it's also going to be conjunct the south node. So it's got energy of like the past and things we've done before. We're going to clear out the worry, focus on the task at hand, and call upon resources to help us get things done. Ask for help, ask for guidance. It's a good time for that. Stay determined, okay? Now, I got a lot of papers here. I got to tell you, it was a lot of preparation for this month because there was so much planetary changes and lots going on. Okay, so I talked to you about Venus going into the sign of Virgo on the 19th, staying there till 10/13. It's a good time for invites and offers and introductions. Although Venus in Virgo knows that it usually comes with strings attached, so be shrewd. All right, you can do it. Now, what else? Virgo new moon and solar eclipse on September 21st. So the solar eclipse is here to bring us something, and it can bring us opportunities. It's going to be trining Uranus, so anything's possible. And so how's your health and wealth? So the emphasis is going to be on the body, on the diet, not burning the candle at both ends, taking care of yourself, not overspending, okay? Allow the gift of the eclipse to be grounding energy. All right. Now, anything else I need to tell you here? Sun to Libra on the fall equinox on the 22nd. So that's when the energy starts to be a little bit lighter for you. The planets start to move towards Libra. You may start to feel a little off the hook, not right now. Whenever there's planets, I always think of like pointer fingers and like there's a lot of attention on you. Okay. But this is a great time for you to get your ducks in a row. All right. Now let's roll some dice. Let's start off with dice and see what you need to know. What themes? Sagittarius, Mars, Sagittarius, 4th house. Okay, so Mars, the planet of action, in the sign of Sagittarius, which is all about travel and higher learning and bigger picture. And the 4th house is the house of the home. So you may be taking action, you may be traveling, you may be thinking about future plans for the home, maybe construction. And you may even be taking classes from home. Maybe you're taking some online classes. Some themes there. Let's leave that there and see as we pull some cards. Now, haven't looked at any of these cards yet. Going to put a couple on the table just for overall themes for the month for you, Virgo. We got a jumper one there. Let's see. So far I've got one from the mystical, what's it called? Curious Travels. This is the Magical Hours Tarot. I've got one for you here from the Pastoral. And then we're going to give you a spirit animal. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle. And let's see who your spirit guide is this month. Let's give those a shuffle because they're all kind of jumping around here. We need a spirit animal for Virgo, and we've got a jumper. All right, great. So let's see what Virgo needs to know. First card, the Page of Wands. He's climbing this tree. And Page of Wands, fire energy, which you did roll. You rolled Mars and Sagittarius, both fire elements. And so we see growth. We see a higher up view. We see fun. Okay. Page of Wands. See what else we've got here. We've got the 3 of Swords. So we got some old pain showing up. We know we have some South Node activity. We know we have some things from the past. We also know that when Venus is in Virgo, it can be very nitpicky. Okay. So you have to be very gentle to yourself. And, sometimes people are in our past for a reason, and contemplate before you bring them into your present. You have the Queen of Wands here, a fire queen. You rolled Sagittarius. She's a world traveler. She is a fun kind of gal. So you've got some fun energy. You've got some old heartache energy in the center. Maybe it's coming up to heal. Let's see what your spirit guide is. And you have the ladybug, and it says good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Beautiful. So you've got a ladybug as your guide. All right. So let's leave these here. Let's build on this. Okay. So what else does Virgo need to know this month? We're going to start a pile. We're going to call it a Saturn pile because it's about work, career, family life, long-term success, okay? Like I said, I usually say not everybody's working in a career. Some people are taking care of family, or some people are raising children or doing a lot of volunteer work. So these are all those themes of responsibility here. Over in this pile, we're going to put a couple cards on the table. We're going to call it our Saturn pile. And let's get one more over there. All right. Now let's make a love pile. We're going to call it a Venus pile because it's about friendship, love, family, self-love, all those kind of themes. Okay. Let's get a couple there. For love, for Venus, for relationships, for beauty and harmony. All right. And let's make another pile at the top. We're going to talk about your biggest obstacle this month. What does Virgo need to know regarding their biggest obstacle this month? And then we're going to put cards on the table for your biggest opportunity. See what Virgo's opportunity are this month. All right, let's start down here in the Saturn pile. And we're starting off with the Page of Cups. So he's looking at his own reflection. Remember, we're not going to be too nitpicky with ourselves, especially as Venus enters Virgo. And really getting a clear vision of who you are and who you want to be. And a Page of Cups to me, it's young energy, and it's almost like when you're beginning to define yourself. So maybe you're choosing to redefine yourself. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, a travel card, Sagittarius card, which is what you rolled. And it's almost like the Wheel of Fate. You only have so much control. But we do know it's ruled by Jupiter, the planet of luck and blessings. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords. We're talking business, and she is the queen of big business. So this is a good thing to see here. Looks like there may be some travel involved, or maybe some higher learning involved regarding what you want to do, and looking at the reflection of self. And maybe you want to change that up. Maybe you want to change up some of your titles. Maybe you want to change up how you present yourself, okay? But you have the Queen of Thought here. And I know that you're not an air sign, Virgo, but you are ruled by Mercury. So sometimes when the Queen of Swords comes out, I often think of Virgo also. So I think you're in your power here. All right, now let's move over to the Venus pile, relationships. We have the Two of Swords. Like with that bull in the middle that looks very much Taurus-like. And so we see, or I can't tell if it's a bull or a cow, but the Two of Swords is often when you have to go inside to get the answers because the logic is not bringing it to you. Okay, so we see a relationship number, but it's almost like you're at a crossroads and not sure which way to go. Here's the Five of Pentacles, which is often called the poor me card or the poverty mentality card. We see someone in a wheelchair. We see someone who looks like they've been going through a hard time, okay? And so this is in the relationship. So we have maybe some hard times, maybe some money issues at a crossroad. And you have the Ace of Swords, okay? So it looks like one of the swords has been chosen. And so the indecision starts to end. You have clarity of thought here, and you make a decision. Isn't she lovely? So yeah, you may be back and forth. You may not know which way to go. You may not be sure. You may fall into a little bit of poor me, but it looks like you pull out of it, okay? You speak your mind, say what you need to say. And let me just put one more on there. Anything else about love there for Virgo? The Empress. Okay, so she's fully in her power. Is Venus. Okay, and she's very, very pregnant. So there's a new version being born here. So whatever's been going on in the love department can really shift into something really beautiful. Now, let's see what your biggest obstacle is. It's a Page of Wands, which is interesting because that was the first card that came out here, right? So the two different versions of the Page of Wands. And so your obstacle is she's kind of looking ahead. Where do I go? What do I want to do? Wanting to get away. Coming in next to this pain card, maybe just wanting to get away from the situation that's causing you pain. But you do have good luck here, and you have the Wheel of Fortune here, and especially in your business section. So the Page of Wands, maybe there's a bit of wanderlust. You did roll Sagittarius. I often say, as a Sagittarius, I often tell other Sagittarius that, like, we always have, even when things are good, sometimes we just always have one foot out the door. We just have this restlessness to us, and that's an obstacle for you this month. And the Tower card. So, we have a lot of Uranus energy going on this month. We know Uranus is in the sign of Gemini. It's retrograding. So there's revelations happening, divine intervention happening. The Tower is just unpredictable energy. And so that's your obstacle, is having to deal with the unpredictable things that come in. Let me see if I can get anything about what they're in regard. What is the unpredictable energy in regards to? And it's the Star. So it could have things about your hopes and your dreams. She's kind of looking forward at the hopes and where she wants to go next. You may have some plans that get messed up, but you're going to have to go with the flow. And remember, we said earlier, things may change, but keep the original plan handy because you may revert back to it. And that's what I'm getting there. Here's your biggest opportunity, the Magician. What an opportunity indeed. The Magician can make anything happen, okay? The Magician has all the tools, all the elements to make the magic happen. So you're good to go if that's your opportunity. And the Four of Swords, look at what a peaceful, restful card that is. The Rest card. And she just makes you want to go lie down, doesn't she? Okay, so your opportunity here is you can relax into the fact that you will adapt to whatever's going on here. You have the Alchemist card up there. You're really in good shape, okay? You can make anything happen here. So seeing this here, it's almost like you can rest assured that you will get your way out of whatever mess that happens, okay? Keep the original plan. Remember, you got some luck on your side here. Leave the past in the past. Don't dip your toe back into it again. I don't think there's anything there for you. And you will overcome any challenges that come up this month. Trust feeling, get enough rest, and you've got this. So thanks for joining me.